Alright, good morning students. This is practice number 3, number 1, graphing a quadratic in vertex form. We have it in vertex form, so step 1 is to find the vertex. Step 2 is find the x-intercepts when your y is equal to 0. And step 3, find your y-intercept. So you set x equal to 0. In there you'll have 2, possibly 3, and possibly 4 points in which to graph your quadratic equation. So finding the vertex means we need to look for h, which is right there after the x, and the k, which is usually at the very end when it's in vertex form. Remember, the h is the opposite of whatever is in there, so it's going to be -1 since it's +1, and the k is +1. Remember how we get the h? It's in the original vertex form, it's x minus h. So in order to get +1, you have to do x minus a -1. Thus, the h is actually -1 and not the +1 in the equation. And then we graph that. The vertex is -1, 1. Put that on your graph. Then we move over to step 2. So check step 1 done. Let's move to step 2. Find your x-intercepts. And when that happens, to find the x-intercepts, we have to set our y equal to 0. So instead of y, let's put 0. And then let's solve for x. So we have to undo this. So in this case, it is our order of operations, but backwards. We take care of the addition and subtraction first. We take that +1 and subtract it to the other side of the equal sign. And then the next step, actually let me change all the steps to blue. So in that first step, let's subtract 1. That's written in blue. Step 2, let's get rid of multiplication and division, and happen to have multiplication, so we'll get the -2 divided out to the other side. And I'm just change that to decimal because it's easier to deal with square roots that way. So we have this decimal, 0.5 equals x plus 1 squared. Now I know it's like, oh, there's a +1, let's get rid of that first. But that +1 is being squared, so actually that +1, the x plus 1, is actually being multiplied. So we can't touch the +1 until we get rid of the square. The opposite of squaring is square rooting. So we square root both sides. Use your calculator to get 0.71, or positive and negative 0.71. And then the other side, square is gone. It's just x plus 1. Now we can get rid of that +1 because there's nothing holding it to the x. So you subtract 1 from both sides, get two answers, -0.29 and -1.71. So in this case, this quadratic function or equation will have 2 x-intercepts. Remember, sometimes you could get 1, and sometimes you just won't have any at all. So we have that there. We have 3 points. Let's clean this up. Let's get one last point. Let's get that y-intercept. Let's set our x equal to 0. Boom. So we don't have to move anything to the other side because the y is already by itself. We just have to solve the numbers that are on the right hand side. So now we use order of operations beginning with the parentheses. 0 plus 1 is 1, so that's 1 squared. 1 squared is 1, so 1 times -2 will just be -2. And then -2 plus 1 is -1. So our y-intercept is -1. That gives us a 4th point, and we get to graph the equation. Mine's still a little sharp. Your parabola should be more curved, and the endpoints or end arrows are fine. They are curving outward. Remember, you just have to have it tapering outward so they don't end up being a straight line or crossing over each other. Alright, that is video number 3 for the practice. And you have a quiz on Wednesday. Could be on anything that we covered today. Alright, good luck. Bye.